Hey, it's Rick Allen, Brett Berkey back. Not the Paper Stack podcast, but we're going to do a Snackable. What's a Snackable, Brett?
Just a short, bite-sized thing that you can listen to real quickly, just a couple minutes. But the whole goal is to give you just the golden nuggets and just straight small pieces.
Yes, something that you can digest when you got 5 minutes and you just like... Snackable, something you can eat. So first thing is, hey, if you have something, a topic you'd like us to talk about, leave it in the comments below and we'll get to it and we'll put that on the list. But today, I want to talk about the importance of the historical payment history, right? Not just looking at it, is it performing or is it non-performing, but the actual historical payment history. And that's looking back the past 12 months, the past 24, the past 36, is really as far back as you can go. Because what you're doing is you're looking for a pattern, right? So there's a certain loan that comes to mind that was sold on the platform, and at the time it was sold, it was 100% contractually current. They were up to date on their payments. You know, if it was sold in July, their next due date was August 1st. I think it was sold in June, and their next due date was July 1st. So they were contractually current on their payments. After the loan was sold, you go back and you look and you say, oh, wow, this loan actually was brought current in May.
Oh.
Or March, somewhere in March, April, May, somewhere in there. So they were delinquent. They made all their payments or made all their past due payments and brought the loan current. So, you know, for a servicer, most servicers out there, like when you get a loan tape, it's going to say performing or non-performing or something along those lines. So if you just look at the servicer's tape or even on Paper Stack, you look at it and it says performing and you don't do any historical looking, you could wind up in a situation where you're like, wow, they brought their loan current and now they don't make another payment again for 6 months.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that would be considered performing.
By the servicer's tape, it would be considered performing. Now, I would probably say, yes, I would probably say it's a re-performing loan at that point. But how do you know, you know? And the only way you can really get an idea of it is if you go and you do a situation where you look at the historical stuff. So look at the past 12 months, look at the past 24, past 36, life of the loan, as long as you can go. If it was a blip on the radar and this is the first time this has happened, then you say, okay, I would say the loan's performing. If you go back and look at the historical stuff and you're like, look, I see a history of falling way behind, not making payments, and all of a sudden catching up, falling way behind, not making payments, all of a sudden catching up, then guess what? There's a pattern there. You're looking for patterns, right? And so that's the reason. Go ahead, look at the historical stuff, look for the patterns, look for the things that stand out, and that will kind of allow you to have a better idea of what you're buying. But don't just take the performing or non-performing label as its core, because, you know, a lot of times, you know, there's sellers out there who have 100 or 200 or 300 or 1,000 loans in their portfolio.
And they don't know what exactly.
Do you think that they're going to look at each loan on a daily basis and analyze it? No. If they download their loan servicing tape and it says performing, who are they to question it?
Yeah.
It's their loan servicer. That's what they're getting paid to do. So
best course of action is just make sure when you start, if you're on Paper Stack starting a transaction,
yeah,
you're asking for the payment history.
Yeah, of course. Ask for payment history. And then if you miss it and make up and or you miss something and you buy a loan, don't come crying back to the seller. It's on you, you know. As a buyer, you have to do your due diligence.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, that's today's Snackable historical pay history. Make sure you're looking at it. Make sure you're getting as far back as you can go. Because really that's, along with your servicing notes, that's telling the story of the loan.
Gotcha. Cool. If you want to hear your own, or you have your own question for a Snackable, we're looking for topics, so that'd be great.
Give it to us. Yep. Talk to you.